Try to pay attention, take notes, listen, and just gain all this value that this guy is going to share with y'all. Because trust me, I'm taking notes myself. Because you can learn from so much people in this business, no matter where you at right now. Right, you will reach another level either way. So Benji, I appreciate you, bro. Much love. Take it away, bro.
Perfect, perfect. Hey, Diego, just want to say thank you for having me on this call, brother. Something that I really like about you is that you're being resourceful. That's something that I had to do when I first got started was reach out to other individuals because the person who signed me up actually went blank on me like a couple weeks into the business, right? So a lot of people could have complained about the lack of resources there, but I like what you're doing. You're reaching out to other individuals. You're exposing your team to different leaders inside of the platform just to see different perspectives because some individuals and some leaders in this business they don't realize that they're actually crippling their team when all your team hears from is you. Like if all my team hears from is me, my team can only grow to the extent of me. And at some point your team starts to get tone deaf, so it doesn't matter how much value you have. At some point people just naturally, right, see you, hear you so much that even what you say kind of just goes in one ear and out the other. So I may come on this call and say some same things that Diego has been saying, that you might have been hearing. He's been pounding it in your ear for a couple weeks, a couple months. And I hope it clicks for you now, right? Because success is just passing down information from other successful individuals. So guys, I want to thank you for being on the call. Super excited to be here. My name is Benji. Drop some ones in the chat box if you're excited. I dropped some ones in the chat box if you're excited for this call. All right, this call is not going to be long, but it will be strong. I'm not here to take up your time. I'm not here to be, here for an eternity or anything like that. But I am here to just give you some tips and tricks that help me actually, grow my business from about 60 people back in March to well over 600 active customers now, right? And it's just been a blessing to be able to do so, right? And just see the results of our compounded growth. All right, but first things first, family, we got one camera on. Right, we got one camera on. Like, I don't even do calls for my own squad if they don't got cameras on. Right, that's like a teacher being at the front of the room and you got your head on the desk. Everybody got their head on the desk, right? So I believe turning your camera on makes you more attentive because now you're forcing yourself to actually look in the screen and be engaged, right? You're forcing yourself to look at the speaker and not be on your phone, right? Not be looking at Netflix, not be playing with your dog, right? And it's just natural because you got to hold yourself accountable, right? So I'm excited. But first things first, family, I'm gonna actually go over my story a little bit because I know a lot of people on this call. Like I honestly don't know a lot of people on this call. I know I see Rhonda in here. All right, shout out to I think that's Platinum 5000, right? That's like the only person that I really know. Just briefly looking through the chat. I'm actually born and raised on the East Coast. All right, I'm 26 years young. Clocked in from the DMV area. I'm actually born and raised in Maryland, right? Raised by a single mom, oldest of six. I was raised kind of just like most of you are, right? I was in a Section 8 housing, right? Oldest of six, so I always had my brothers and sisters kind of looking at me for what to do. Because to be completely honest, fam, we were shown a lot of what not to do in life. Like I was just shown a lot of like examples on how I didn't want to be. Right? I watched my dad and I was like, yeah, I love you, I listen to you, but when I grow up, I don't want to be like you. Right. And it was no disrespect, but it was all respect to myself because I've always wanted more. Right. And I believe everybody on this call, 19 other individuals, including myself, you made a decision that you want more. And not only do you want more, but you're going to go out there and get more. Right. Because I can almost guarantee that 20, 30, 50 other people, maybe 100 plus other people got the link to this call and they didn't hop on here. Right. So that shows a testament to yourself that you actually want it and you're putting action behind it. All right, so check this out. To be honest with you, it took a while for us to even find any type of success or really understand what success meant. And I had to do everything, guys. I worked normal jobs, right? I would walk 3 miles to work, go to Lowe's and have customers coming up to me asking me, where's the dandelions? Where's the such and such roses? When I was working at Costco, I would have to water plants at 18 years old. But it took that experience. And it's all going to come full circle, fam. But it took that experience where I got my 20-cent raise after working there for like 6 months for me to look around and say, okay, like there's no way that you could pay me to do this for the rest of my life. All right, so I actually realized this at a young age too, fam. Write this down. You have to separate to elevate. All right, you have to separate to elevate. Now, what does that mean? That means you might have to get away from some of your friends and family that comfort you the most. That means you might have to get out of, your current situation, your current environment, your current living circumstances in order to grow, right? They say that a flower can't bloom in a dark room. So some of us right now have a dark living situation. You have a dark environment. You don't have a room to. You're not in a position to grow, and it's not even the work that you're putting in that's not working. It's the environment you're in that's crippling you from getting to the next level. And I realized that because I grew up in the hood, right? I know I don't look like it, but I was actually raised by a single black mom. I'm the oldest of 6. My dad is white. I just got a lot of his features. But at the end of the day, like I don't come from like these roses and this nice background that some people might have had. I didn't have hot water for multiple months out of the year. There were times where it would get snowed in on the East Coast, and I wouldn't even have food from the free food that you would get at school. Like I didn't have stuff like that. So those experiences made me want not only just nice things in life, but the finer things in life. All right, so I knew that I had to position myself in an opportunity at a young age to do so. And it's crazy because I got introduced to network marketing back in Alex Morton's prior company. Not going to say the name, but Alex Morton's prior company, where he became this superstar multimillionaire, where he actually brought, entrepreneurship and network marketing to the young, like the young crowd. Back in, I'm 26 now. I was 21 at the time. So you can do the math on that. And I actually met him when he was about 24, 25 years old. And that was the first time I seen a bus down in person, like legally. That was the first time I seen a Lambo in person. And I'm 5'8". Right? I'm not the tallest guy in the world. And I was standing like higher than the car. And it was like a small car. Now, mind you, at the time, these are the experiences that you have to go out there and get for yourself, right? Because most people think that they want a Lambo, but they've never seen one in person. Right, so already I was planting seeds of change in my life. I was planting seeds of already like actually desiring more. I believe that everybody wants the nice things in life, but they're not really willing to go out there and get it because they don't think it's possible for them. But I saw what was possible for a 24-year-old individual that went from a broke college kid drinking every single day at the Arizona State University dorms. Fast forward 1 year, he was clearing a 7-figure income. And when you see something like that, I believe that your mind is like a t-shirt, right? Like this black tee I got on right here. What would happen if I stretch this black tee out super, like if I'm just using all my strength and I just pull and I separate this shirt? I'm gonna get a bacon neck, right? This shirt is not gonna look too nice and it's not gonna go back. Your mind is the same thing. Once your mind has expanded, it can never go back to what it used to see, right? It can never go back to what it used to be. So that's what's called a paradigm shift, right? That was when I had a paradigm shift. And I didn't even know I was going through these things that we talk about in this company, right? So it's crazy how all this stuff comes full circle, right? But fast forward, about 5-6 years, I actually found myself, getting out of the military and doing what most people tell you to do, right? Drop a 1 in the chat box if you've ever been told that you have to go to school to get good grades so that you can get a nice paying job, right? Just drop a 1. I know all the ones should be flying down the chat box. Everybody's been told that that's how you got to become successful. So I said, you know what? Worst case scenario, I'm going to go get myself in debt, but I'm going to get myself a business degree so that I can actually learn how to make tons of money and I can help my family back home who's still struggling. Right. And it's crazy that it took me 2 years to see what was already obvious. Right. Most of your professors right now, or if you're even in school, right. But most of the professors that are teaching you business, they don't even have the results that you want. So everybody's heard the saying that you got to find a mentor who has the results that you want. Mind you, I didn't know that saying. I just looked at my professors and I said, how are you teaching me business, but you make 60K a year? Like you make 80K a year. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's a stepping stone, but I'm here to make 80K a month. And then I'm here to learn how to make 80K a day. And then we're going to go ahead and be like Jeff Bezos, where I don't even know, this guy probably make 80K a minute, right? So I'm thinking to myself, how could you ever teach me how to get the life results that I want when you don't have them? So fast forward to 2019, March timeframe, I'm scrolling down Instagram and I actually see this opportunity, somebody posting one of those classic posts. I'm looking for 5 people to mentor, right? They got the Forex chart in the back. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's selling some online drugs, right? Like, I don't know what this Forex thing is, but I'm willing to find out because I need something new in my life, right? I'm tired of looking at the 1 bedroom, where my dog's 2 feet away from me. As soon as you walk in, It smells like dog. My brothers and sisters, all 6 of them, it seems like every single month, their freaking birthdays are going by, and I can't even put my pride aside to give them a call because I have nothing. I felt like I have nothing to give as the older brother. I just wanted to send a quick text and tell them that I got them during Christmas, but knowing that I said that the last few Christmases, right? So at some point, at 25 years old, I have my breaking point. That was where I was at my all-time low, fam. I was 15, 20K in debt when I got started with this opportunity. I had to move. It was the first time that I ever had to move, from my own place, my own living situation. I actually moved into my girlfriend's parents' house. Right? I didn't even have the 235 to get signed up when I saw this opportunity, but I had a credit card, right? Like I told you, with tens of thousands of dollars in debt on there that I put dates, I put drinks, I put food, I put nights clubbing, I put like you name it, and I put it on the credit card. But I put rent on the credit card before, and I said, you know what? If nothing changes, nothing's gonna change, right? And that applies to everything in life. And I said, I can't keep telling myself that I don't have the money to do this, because how am I ever gonna get the money to do this? I know I don't have the money. So I ended up getting started. And to be quite honest with you, fam, this is my one, I have multiple different tips on this call for you, but the one thing that you need to do to get the results that you want is you've got to go all in. Right? You've got to go all in. Right? I believe that you got to have the self-awareness to go all in. Now, why do you need self-awareness? Because let me just ask you this, fam. Like, this is something that you need to go tell your team if they're not on this call, right? Maybe you need to have a reality check with yourself, because I saw this. I just put 2 and 2 together. Nobody had to tell me this right here. But if you put 4 years into college, what are you getting when you're done with college? You're getting a degree that you're going to celebrate for all of 30-minute ceremony, and then it's going to go right on this wall right here and collect a lot of dust, and then you're going to lose it the next time that you move, and you're going to be in tens of thousands of dollars of debt. You may or may not get the job that you wanted, and then when you do get the job that you want, you realize, damn, I don't even want to work a job. So you can do that for 4 years, right? Or you can realize, maybe I'm going to take the route where I just make money. I'm going to go get myself a job, right? And these are the thoughts I was having with myself as I started to wake up. I started to become aware. I actually looked at it and I said, maybe if I were to go get a nice hourly job, what would happen in the next 4 years? Maybe I get anywhere from a $3 to $10, maybe $20 pay raise over the next 4 years if I'm lucky. But I don't want to work a job. I said, man, what if I hit 2 ranks per year inside of this company? See, now that's where things got sweet, but this is where your vision comes in, right? Because sight only allows you to see what's in currently your situation, right? Your current situation. Sight is you looking at your bank account and complaining, but vision is understanding that your current situation doesn't determine your final destination. All right, so I looked at the compensation plan and I said, wow, if I hit 2 ranks per year, I'll be a platinum 150 and a platinum 600 in 2019. In 2020, I'll be a platinum 1000 and a platinum 2000. In 2021, I'll be a platinum 5000 and a chairman 10. And oh shit, if I just stick this thing out for 2022, I'll be a chairman 25 and a chairman 50. What opportunity do you know right now with your current qualifications will even allow you, right? Will even grant you the possibility of making 50K a month residually in the next 4 years? Nothing. So when I saw that, I said, okay, I can't afford not to do this. I can't afford not to pay my monthly membership. I can't afford not to listen to Eric Worre. I can't afford not to find a mentor. I can't afford not to hop on these mindset calls, right? Here's what's crazy. I bet you if Alex Morton was on the flyer, this shit would have thousands of people, right? But it's the same people that won't listen to somebody at 5K a month that want to listen to somebody at $1 million a month. But it's the same people that not even at 5K a month. So don't be that guy, right? Because there's levels to this. Alex Moore is going to speak to you on a level that you might not even understand comfortably yet. So you got to understand that the information is passed down and translated like this for a reason. All right, so I commend you for being on this call, because there's someone that has too much ego to listen to a P5K, but they're not making P5K money. So you got to understand that, like, I know we all hear this saying, ego stands for edging God out, but you got to move with humility through this thing. Throughout the whole time, I had no chairman in my city. I've never had a chairman personally come out. Family, I've been in this now for 1.5 years. the first chairmans that are personally ever coming to my city are coming this weekend, right? And that's no disrespect to them. I'm actually thankful that they put me in a position where I had to be the chairman. Right? I had to be the chairman at P150. I had to be the chairman that hosted house events at P1K. I had to be the chairman that was walking around college campuses 3 months into the business, posting flyers up, talking to kids that were like 18 years old, just fresh out of high school. And I'm a grown-ass man on campus trying to preach to them how they can make money. I'm glad that nobody came to my city and put me in a position where I had to feel like I needed somebody else, because that is what forces you to grow, right? So that uncomfortable situation that you're in right now, right, where the bank account isn't probably looking how you want it to look. You got dents all over your cars, right? Maybe you don't even have a car. You're taking public transportation. Maybe your parents are still telling you that this little thing that you're doing isn't even going to work, right? Maybe you're living with your parents and they're telling you that, you know, you're crazy for wanting to live out your wildest dreams, right? Whatever situation you're in right now, something is in that situation that you need to learn, a lesson that's going to force you to grow, right? So some people might look at the lack that's in their life, but as soon as you turn that into a position or a perspective of gratitude, and you find the good in it, for every bad situation, there's good, right? I can remember times where people will come up to me on my team and they would say, Benji, you know, I don't even have the money to get to Houston, right? Drop a 2 in the chat box if you're going to Houston right now. Drop a 2 in the chat box if you're going to Houston. I bet you there's somebody on this call right now, right? I'm just going to state the obvious. D said I could be real on this call, right? So I'm going to state the obvious. There's somebody on this call right now who's saying that they can't afford to go to Houston. Family, you can't afford not to go to Houston. You can't afford not to hop on the calls. You can't afford not to call your mentor every day. You can't afford not to be around the individuals who have the results that you want. Why? Well, everybody says they want to go chairman, but how often do you talk to a chairman? Everybody says they want to go chairman, but how often are you in proximity of a chairman? So essentially, you're talking about a goal that you have no clue what it even looks like to achieve. How could you receive it? They say the feeling is the secret, right? They say the feeling is the secret. So what that actually means is every situation that you think you don't need to do it, you actually need to do it, right? Don't be too cool, right? Don't be too cool. You know what's crazy is I'm about to pick up a C63 AMG in the next couple months, right? But you know what's crazy is I was at the dealership as a Platinum 1000 when, oh, by the way, I was being edified as a P2K for like 5-6 months, and I only hit it for 1 day. And everybody still thought I was a P2, and I only hit it for 1 day. I never even got paid as a P2K. But I was at the dealership taking pictures with the sales rep at the Mercedes dealership as I was shaking his hand. Guys, I gotta find this picture. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. I was at the dealership, at the Mercedes dealership, shaking the sales rep's hand. I said, give me your card. I'm gonna be back to pick this up. Just give me a few months. Just give me a few months. And the caption says, I'm thanking my sales rep, KC, for impeccable service on my new Benz that I'll be picking up. You know how many people DM me? Do you know how many people DM me and said, bro, congrats on the car? Why? Because I already look like I should have the car. How many of you are acting as if right now? How many of us right now are the P150 but acting like the chairman? Are you promoting the calls like the chairman? Are you showing up early and sending a personal text to your team like the chairman would do? Are you prospecting every single day without a chairman asking you how you're doing? Are you looking up Eric Worre, Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, and studying success to become more of value so that you could be the ones hosting the call? Everybody wants to host the call until I go on here right now and I click on one random person that says they're going to go chairman. And I tell you, you know what? You got the rest of the call, right? You're the chairman, right? You got the rest of the call. But some people are not ready to step up for that. This chairman is a mindset. Some people say, oh, man, I'm not even going to say some people's name, but just know there's some Chairman 10s out there that deranked back to P1K before, and they got Chairman back. How can you explain that? How do you lose 10x of your income? Like, how do you go from 10K a month to 1K a month? How can you even live like, can you fathom that? Going to 10K a month is dope, but can you fathom going to 10K and going back to 1K? But hold on, but going from 1K back to 10K, that's the sweetest thing you could ever do. That's a testament that it's a way of life. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of moving. I want you to think like this. Write this down. All right, write this down because everybody wants the nice chairman quotes, the nice captions, right? So I'll make sure to give you them. All right, check this out. I want you to do this. I actually wrote this on one of my captions before. I don't know how many people actually follow me on Instagram here, but check this out. This is what consistency stands for, right? Consistency is the mother of success, right? Consistency to me is the foundation of success. All right, but what I want you to do is start every single day by saying, just for today, I will. Okay, put that in quotes. Just for today, I will, right? And then you're going to follow it up with this. Just for today, I will prospect 10 people a day. Just for today, I'll hop on every Zoom call that's dropped in the chat. Just for today, if I want to be the master trader, I'm going to hop on 2 hours of Go Live. Just for today, I'm going to pick up the book, right? I'm going to pick up the book that's collecting dust, right? Just for today, I'm going to become more of value. Right? Just for today, I'm going to post new content about my business, right? Not for me, but because there's someone out there that needs to be inspired by me. Just for today, I'm going to get up a little earlier. Just for today, I'm going to speak life into the next person that's speaking death around me. Just for today, I'm going to exercise all discipline in all aspects of my life. Okay, just for today, I'm going to follow up with my active prospecting list. Just for today, I'm going to listen to more audiobooks and turn off the Lil Uzi, right? And turn off the Lil Yachty and turn off the Chris Brown and maybe play some Les Brown, right? Everybody has a hard time being motivated. Play some motivational play some motivational stuff on YouTube. That's what it's there for. Everybody says they don't know how to speak. Check this out. You got this handy dandy thing called YouTube University. Type this in. How to become a better speaker. This is all the stuff I was doing when there was no chairman in my city. Now we're 600 deep. This is all the stuff we were doing when even my chairman weren't running house events at the time. But I knew that that's what chairmen do. And it's all respect to them. I'm so thankful that, they put me in a position where I had to grow, right? Shout out to Maker of Taste and Ty the God. I'm only in this position because of them, right? So always pay respect to the people that came before you. Even to the person that put you on and quit the business. Guess what? He still changed my life forever by sending me the link. And some of y'all don't even think like that. That's why prospecting is so hard for you, right? Or maybe it's not hard for you. I'm not even here to talk down on you on this call, but I want you to think like you sending the link to somebody. If you're in that state of mind, you sending your link to somebody is a blessing in itself. What they do with it is on them. But the people who take serious action, we already see what can happen. Bryce Thompson, Chairman 750, Forbes list, about 70, 80 chairman 10 and above in his company. How can you even explain that? They're all 25 and below. Like, how do you explain stuff like that? Company just got on Forbes list. You got college kids in 3 to 4 years making more money than your favorite rapper. Do y'all know that? Your favorite rapper is broke. Your favorite rapper got a loan from the label. They ain't even making money. So the people you idolizing should be the people in the company, the people you're paying your respects for, and the people that you should be looking up to and studying on a daily basis and listening to, and I won't say worshiping, right? But almost up there are the people that are inside of this platform. Because there's nobody doing it like us. There's nobody doing it like us. So family, check this out. Like, I want you to understand this, like closing out the line that I was just talking about, where I was talking about consistency. Write this down. Once you continuously do everything that we talked about every single day, one day you'll be able to see the results of your compounded consistency. Okay? I don't know what day, but one day you'll be able to see the compounded results of being consistent. It may not happen next week. Some people say, Benji, I talked to 100 people today. I've talked to 100 people every single day for the last month. Okay, well, guess what? Maybe your content game is still catching up. So some of those people are still being watered right now. Some of those people are a seed that's about to sprout. But the second that you think that it's not working is the second that it actually stops working. But if you're in a state that it's working, the physical manifestation of the financial result that you're looking for is just a little delayed. All right, you realize that, hey, millionaires aren't really created in month one or year one of business. In fact, traditional businesses don't even break even until their fourth or fifth year, and then they go into profits if they didn't close already. You'll realize that you're in a pretty good spot, right? You're in a pretty good spot because Platinum 5000, Chairman 100, or P1K is all a direct reflection of the amount of growth that you've experienced in your life. Is the amount of value that you're bringing to the people around you. So if you're not experiencing the financial results that you're looking for, you got to look within. Okay, don't look at the team. Don't look at the people around you. Don't look at your mentors. Don't look at what isn't. Okay, look at what is. Because every time you point one finger forward, look at that. You got three fingers pointing right back at you. So it ain't the people around you. Okay, it ain't the Zoom call that your mentor just isn't dropping the right sauce. Okay, it isn't the house event where somebody's just not getting closed because the speaker didn't say the right things. Okay, maybe you just haven't become the person that needs to attract the type of people that you want. Just maybe you actually need to become a better you, right? Don't wish life was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less hardship. Okay? Wish for more wisdom. Don't wish for more money. Wish for more skill. Don't wish for better mentors. Be the better mentor. Like this is really, it is really simple, but it's a shift in your mind. So you gotta become aware of this stuff. Because from September, all right, September of 2019, okay, I had 150 people in the business. From September to January 1st, I went back down to 30. Mind you, the debt only climbed, right? Because we had paid for people to come to Dallas convention. We were paying for people to, I don't know, stay at the Airbnbs with us. We were paying for Chairman 100, Mr. Banks, Chairman 25, Slice Dinero, right? Or he was 100 at the time, Mr. Banks. I know he's 250 now. And Chairman 100, Cash the Great, to come out to a hotel event where they said, oh, by the way, Benji, you need to get the venue. When I'm a P1K and the venue costs $800, right? $800, mind you, I'm full time in this thing. I'm full time. I didn't even have the money for it. So guess where that went to? Debt. We didn't make excuses. We didn't make a single excuse because we understood that our current situation was not our final destination. When people are coming up to you and they're saying, Benji, or excuse me, maybe they're saying Diego or Curtis, I don't think I have the money. I don't think I have the money to go to Houston. And you know damn well you're in a 10 times worse financial situation than them. Help them get to Houston. Help them get to Houston, right? Why would I say that? Because what you give, okay, you always receive. So if you're giving negative energy to your life, you're giving negative energy to others, guess what? It's going to be reciprocated. It may not be reciprocated back from them, right? I get a lot of negative energy from quite a few individuals every single day. I'm sure you do too, right? It may be some of your closest people. But as long as you give them the positive energy back, you may not get the positive energy back from them, but it's always going to be reciprocated some way, shape, or form. Always. So when not only the 150 went back to 30, but oh, by the way, the leaders, right, the P1Ks that were on my team deleted everybody out of my group chats because they had the same access as us, and I couldn't even find some of the people that were on my team, right? When they were talking shit, posting crazy stuff on IG, okay, when they were making sure that not only they were gonna leave, but they were gonna bring people with them, guess what we did? We kissed them a goodbye on the way out. Guess what we did? We spoke good on their name on the way out. That's all that we did. All right. So it's always been known that I was going to get to a point where I have 600 customers. And at the end of the year, when I have 5,000 plus, it's going to be known. So what may be crazy to somebody else, you need to have absolute certainty. Write that down. Absolute certainty that it's already done. And it sounds so simple. You've seen it on every single Zoom call. You've heard everybody say it, okay? You can go prospect 10 times a day. It's not in the most cliche copy and pasted text message. It's not in the voice message, okay? It's not in how you close people, okay? It's in your absolute certainty. It's in making a decision that this stuff is already done. It's in acting as if. Fam, I was a week into the business, no network marketing experience, $0 made, and I had no laptop in the back in the back, by the way, I'm kind of living in like a little hood. I mean, it's not hood to me, but it's hood for the weather for San Diego, right? Let's say that. A little hood area out here in San Diego. And I'm walking in the back alley, okay? And I have a notebook of what to say on each slide of a presentation. And I'm doing one-on-one presentations with people that I hadn't seen in 8 years. People that don't even know who the hell Benji even is to this day. People that I hadn't seen in 4 years from the military. And I'm speaking to them as if I'm already making 10K a month. Drop a 2 in the chat box if you've ever done your own op call or your own presentation. Drop a 2. Let me ask you this. If you haven't, why not? Because that's what chairmen do. That's what chairmen do. Whatever you do consistently, you're going to get better at, okay? Whatever you do repetitively, it's only right that you get better at it. So you suck at speaking, bet. Go do a presentation, okay? Rasil, I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Rasil Phillips, sorry for saying that wrong. You just got started. Okay, after this call 3 people and present them with the opportunity. All right, and then get your mentor on a 3-way, and they're going to get them closed, okay? The business is simple. Go burn all the bridges. We heard the story in the Bible, right? We heard the story about how there was a small group of individuals that stormed the islands, and there was no way that they were going to win this battle. There was no way. The odds were against them. The ocean was at their back, and they're storming the beaches. The enemy has way better weapons. They have way better territorial advantage, and this was just a walk in the park. And guess what happened when the small group of individuals got to the island? The commander said, burn the bridges. The only way that we lose this battle is if we die. But there's no way you're running. And guess what they did? They won the battle. It's very simple. How bad do you want it? How certain are you that you're going to make this happen? How big of a deal is going chairman in your life? Or are you okay with P2K? Right? Now, how big is it for you to see 5 zeros in your trading account with a 1 following it? Okay, how big of a deal is it to you? Or can you settle with just 4 zeros? How big of a deal is it to retire your parents? Okay, or are you okay just maybe seeing them a little bit more out of the year because you got some money? How big of a deal is it to put your brothers and sisters in a situation where they're not forced to go to college? They're not forced to work a job. You can help them and aid them with the value, okay, and the I don't know, maybe the money, right? What we're actually here to get, just keeping it real, to open up their own business. Everybody wants to go chairman until your best friend says no. Everybody wants to be a 6-figure trader until 5 stop losses hit in a row. Everybody wants to be this person like Alex Morton and David Emanitier until we say, hey, just listen to some more personal development. Read the book. Now it's like, oh, well, if that's what I got to do. I'm not really, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow, right? So, Fab, you want to go chairman, you got to make a decision, okay? You got to make a decision that this is it for you. All right, you got to have absolute certainty, okay? You got to have absolute certainty. Absolute certainty that it's already done. All right. Like every single thing that's manifested into my life right now, which, oh, by the way, I'm grateful for it, but I'm completely dissatisfied with where I'm at. Okay. Because dissatisfaction is a creative state. So you got started because you were dissatisfied with something in your life. All right. Check this out. The last thing that we need to do after making a decision and becoming certain with that decision, okay, the last thing is actually treating this thing like it's a multi-million-dollar opportunity. Because sometimes, like looking at this thing now from a business perspective, this almost cripples people that it's only $235 a month. Because some people only put in that $235 work ethic. And then you got the individuals, right? And I know I'm about to shoot some shots right here because I'll pull up my active package on the back office right now, elite package, right? Some of our IBOs start making a little bit of money, and then you only pay them $15 a month, and you're wondering, right? You're really, really wondering right now why it's hard to get to the next level. Well, maybe because you only have a $15 business and you start treating it like one. Just maybe. I'm grandfathered into the elite pack. So I know if you got the elite, it's $275 a month. I got the $195, right? So check this out. I pay my $195 a month, not to keep myself accountable, But just a quick little thank you to the CEO, Christopher Terry, for putting me in a position where I was driving Uber and Lyft in 2019, 15, 20K in debt, broke-ass college student, hating life, just living in my girlfriend's parents' house where the TV's on the floor, okay? The mattress is on the floor. It smells like dog when you walk in. Can't even help my brothers and sisters out when their birthdays go by. Mother's Day comes by, and I feel too embarrassed to tell my mom I can't even send you, right, some flowers, okay? So now 2020. Helped over 30, 40, maybe 50 people quit their job. We got about 70 IBOs in our team receiving Platinum 150 to, oh, by the way, P5K money. I popped the P5K as well. Shit is lit to help somebody else do what you've been able to do. Okay? I've cleared more in 1 month. I cannot make this up. I've cleared more in 1 month this year of 2020 than I did all of last year in 2019. Okay? So I'm sending my 195 happily to the company to thank Christopher Terry for the blessing that he put in front of us right now. Okay? When you shift your perspective, you start to see things differently. All right, when you see things differently, you start to move a little differently. And when you move differently, your results are different. And we all came here to change the results in our life. All right? So if you're not going to pay the monthly subscription to help your mentor rank up, which, oh, by the way, if you help him rank up, it'll be a lot more easier for him to come to your city and maybe host an Airbnb. Maybe he'll be able to do an incentive for enrollment competition for your team. So if you're not going to do it for him or her, all right, that's fine. Do it for CT. All right, do it for Christopher Terry, the person that puts you in a position where you can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. You ever thought of that? Well, listen, family, right now, wherever you're at, I want you to understand this. Your current situation is not your final destination, all right? Don't get too comfortable where you're at. Continue to hop on the elevator. Your mentors are sending that elevator down to your floor every single day. When you see a Zoom call, the elevator is on your floor, okay? Don't be the person who's too cool to listen to a millionaire, because you might just make it a little too hard for yourself to become one yourself, right? Don't be too cool at P1K, right? P5, maybe P150 to listen to the P6. She has exactly what you need to get to the next step. That's putting you in the right direction to climb your hill, right? To climb your mountain. All right, so thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna pass this back over to Diego. If you guys got some value, all right, tag me on IG. My IG is @BenjaminBandy_. Definitely check out some of the content. And, you can scroll all the way down. See the growth. See the growth. I don't even want to talk on that. Just scroll all the way down. I got 170 posts from the day that I started. Go see the growth. Go see what it really takes. All right, so Diego, I'm passing this back to you, bro. I don't know if I have the host.
No, you good.
I bet. Thank you, bro.
Nah, no problem. Hey, look, guys. Before I let Benji go, man, drop some fire in the chat. Drop some sevens in the chat. Drop some O's in the chat. Drop some Profit Empire in the chat. Show my boy Benji some love, man, because this guy right here, bro, promise you, Chairman His Body has been done. He's about to be Chairman 750 by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy literally dropped so much value for us tonight. For those that, this link was sent to over 11,000 people in MMO, and we only had 28, 30 people on this call. So just imagine what everybody else was doing, but the 28 people literally that came on this call this Thursday got so much value now that they can share with their teams after this call, right? Benji, I appreciate you so much taking your time to get on this call tonight with me, bro. Sharing so much value. We're going to connect. See you in Houston within the next 2 weeks. We're going to turn up. We're going to have a blast. We're going to share so much information and value. Peace and love to everybody on this call. God bless y'all. You have a good night.